Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and I'm
I'm
back
trembling, guys. I'm trembling after this. Help, help, help.
and I'm back at it with the Red Wolf and another SAO review for you guys. And man, can I just say this? This episode was revelation after revelation after revelation after revelation. That's why he's freaking out over there.
guys, guys, ever since I don't know how long ago after we finished that episode, I'm still trembling. Like I have to know what happens next. I have to know. And I mean right now.
I know. I know how you feel. They're wrong for that. Aniplex, you're wrong for that.
Yeah, this time I agree with you. They're wrong for that.
Giving us all these revelations. I swear, this episode here, guys, is the one episode I swear that gives the most callbacks to anything of the SAO series in the past, relating to anything in the past seasons. Anyways, let's get on with this video. You ready?
I'm trembling, but yeah, I'm ready.
I actually had to go back into the episode for my notes of this video because there was so much information revealed here. I had to rewatch essentially the entire episode all over again just to catch everything that these characters were saying. Because my God, this is not something you can just describe in like one sentence and be done with. No, these are legit paragraphs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, where we last left off in SAO War of the Underworld, our boy Higa's in a little bit of trouble with Mr. Yanai. Now we get the revelation on who Mr. Yanai really is.
Mm-hmm. One of the most hated characters in the series.
Now, the discussion goes on because he is like, Mr. Yanai, what are you doing this for? And he goes on to say, well, I'm doing this for my boss's legacy.
And guess who that is?
Now, listen, I know the SIO fandom does not like that scene and particularly do not like this character. But he may be in jail, but he still somehow, I mean somehow, finds a way to be integral into this story. And we're talking about the man who almost RAPE Asuna in season 1, part 2, in the Fairy Glitter arc.
Fairy
That
glitter.
is, huh?
Fairy glitter arc.
That's what the official name for it is called, or the ALO arc. But that is Sugo. That is this guy's boss.
Ah! Sorry for losing my composure. Go on.
You would think we would be done with him. You would think there would be nothing else to do with him. But somehow, some way, he has, let's just say, an underling doing his bidding. And how the guy says, I don't care if the guy's gonna be in jail for 10 years. I'm going to assist him on this mission. This was just one of the revelations. The next revelation about Mr. Yanai is he was the slime guy who was doing the human experiments in that one room back in that arc. Also, they even cut back to that very offensive scene that might tick some people off when you had the little tentacle scene with Asuna.
You had no idea how heated I was looking at that back at that scene again.
More revelations are at hand, he goes on to say. He was the one that gathered the human data for those human brain experiments. And he did that all for Sugu. More revelations from this guy, because it's not like they're done. He was the leaker of the Project Alicization project for the Americans, which how they knew, and the secret government agent got in there, got into the sea turtle, and essentially is doing what they're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a line because of it too. So yeah. So essentially, me and Denzel's predictions were somewhat right, is that he is assisting the American spies. We just didn't know he was straight up Sugo's homeboy.
And not to mention, he was the one who pretty much assisted Quinella with her things as well.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. Next scene. If it wasn't already offensive enough, we got grown men touching 17-year-old girls. I looked up Sinan's age here. 17 years old on the Sword Art Online wiki. Let's get to this thing because I literally thought we were about to head to another. And when it be SAO without another almost RAP scene. And yes, I'm not using the words because I'm trying to keep it as PG as I can. Listen, I'm not heated, but I'm just, these revelations, man, they get me. Anyways, Gabriel knows who Sinon is, which, of course, he would know. Same exact hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows her from the BOB from GGO, but also Sinon knows him as his GGO name, Subtilizer. Now, he goes on to mention, even before that, she's all freaked out. She's freaked the ever-living shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, my God, more powers manifest in Subtilizer or Gabriel or Vector, whatever you want to call him. He apparently can now, I guess, pull his enemies into him now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there not a thing this guy can't do?
Probably not beat Kirito.
My thing is this. I wonder if he fused his Subtilizer account with the God Vector account.
That's the most likely scenario. That's the most likely scenario.
That's the most likely scenario. Knowing Sword Art Online, they're not going to explain it, but still, that's what it's looking like. So, anyways, as he freaking grabs her, has his hands around her hips, has his hand in her hands, and he's going on God knows about souls and stuff like that, and how much he wanted to taste Sinon's soul and everything, which is all very disgusting.
Especially after all those soul-sucking scenes we already seen him do, along with his childhood friend and Lepia from the Underworld.
Yeah. Anyways, he goes on to mention that his name Subtilizer means one who sharpens one, one who renders one, who chooses, and one who steals. And as he's doing this, you can see Sinon's eyes fade out a bit. So I don't know if she lost consciousness, even though in her head she's like, I can't do this. I can't submit. I can't lose to this. And this is what enraged me more than anything. This guy is a straight up pedo.
I guess you can call it that if that's actually his game.
Now, if it wasn't for the Kirito device from season 2, Subtilizer would have kissed the ever-living soul out of Sinon. God knows what he would have done if he had laid his lips on her. He might have been probably touching her body just to squeeze the soul out of her. Thank you for not giving us another scene. Now go on with how she was saved, Denzel.
I think he already said it all. He was saved.
The Kirito device, which protected him from getting actually stabbed earlier with that poison thing, um, protected her. So this inspires her because she's like, "You're always saving me, aren't you?" So then she transforms her bow into a straight up her GGO gun, which I love. And then she
Okay.
started shooting at Vecta. 2 shots, already got one hole through his hand. But guess what? He can heal it. So now
Mm-hmm.
he's Majin Buu.
I can't do it.
Anyways, let's get back to the theme. We cut to what's going on with or actually before anything, what did you think of this scene, Denzel?
Uh, the whole the whole Xenon versus Vecta scene.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, to be honest, I I thought that Letha was the one who was gonna save her and all that stuff, but guess that prediction was wrong.
Yeah, I guess our prediction was wrong. But she does show up finally! Finally! You don't understand how much of a Leafa fan I am.
That we'll talk about that later. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Okay, we actually cut to the reinforcements, and I think Denzel can go on with this part.
Okay, so Asuna and everybody else are pretty much like getting attacked by like the new American players, so just pretty much logged in and stuff because we already know that they're being deceived by that Poe guy, and they start cutting to I don't know how to put it into words. Can you like?
Essentially, we just see all these players, all our favorite players, some of the leaders of the fairies, they're getting essentially their butts handed to them,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and they're losing the fight. Like they're getting ganged up on, they're losing the fight. And then we see one of Yuki's friends, Sinu. Um,
Sione or Sione? I don't
Yeah, Sione, Sione, go on to tell the Knights that what you're doing is wrong and you're being deceived. And I think Denzel can continue with what happens in this scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they were pretty much like doing their best to convince them, like they're just playing into their hands and stuff. And those two certain players um two certain players that we know, like Bogdan, they know something is up. So they took off their helmets and stuff, and they revealed their faces, and they listened to what CNA has to say and stuff until Poe intervened and stuff, and started making the tension even worse, and everybody just started screaming, started like getting beat up and all that stuff.
So he says that why do they have better accounts than you do? And I'm like watching this as he's saying this, I'm like, you're a whole ass effing hypocrite. They can just look at you and be like, what about you though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they want to listen to the dark guy. Okay, yeah, let's listen to the guy who apparently has an all-powerful account. And you aren't the night players questioning the same thing? Oh wait, that's right. They think he's the admin, which is a complete farce.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Poe is being a legit hypocrite.
I think he cares about being critical and stuff.
No. Don't want to talk about my girl Leafa scene.
So he cut back to the.
I forgot their names, but the 2 people we thought last week that were going to die, they're still alive.
Mm-hmm. And we were all just like, just kiss already. So
I kid you not. They're stalling. Okay, listen. I'm going on a tangent right now. They are stalling. Just hurry up and kiss between these 2 characters. They didn't kiss last week. They definitely should have kissed this week. But no. I swear, they're gonna kiss by the end of this freaking arc, aren't they? And finally they'll settle down and have the kid they wanted to try to have with. But they need to hurry up and fulfill this relationship. Yes, I'm into this relationship now.
and the kissing is the most important thing in the world these days.
Yes, They need to kiss.
Do you not get I'm mocking you?
Go ahead with what happens next.
So yeah, they're being surrounded. They thought they were gonna die together, and then all of a sudden, shing! Your Lifa is in action. Save them in the clutch. Along with the orc guy,
Lilfin.
Lufin. Yeah, Lufin. I gotta remember his name. But yeah,
Goddess Terra, Goddess Sugu, Goddess Lifa, our Goddess Thickness is here.
of course you would say.
So she's back in the fight, and she's willing to take on all the night players by herself, which I don't think will go well for her. But then again, it's Lifa. She's the sister of Kirito. So I don't know where this is going. So that's it for it. But we called it. Lifa will make an appearance in this episode from last week. Although it wasn't to save Sinon, she still ended up saving somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we cut back to government guy and ex-girlfriend of what's his face? I forgot. And they bring up the fact about the artificial flux lights, that one of the flux lights broke off its limits through emotion and not logical thinking, and essentially it's moving towards the American army. So I don't know who this other flashlight is, but apparently it's something like Alice, just I guess somewhat weaker. I don't know what it is. It's maybe this will change the war. Who knows? They also get a code about, which was the title of the episode, code 871, and they pan over. It shows the coat of Yanai, and what is in that code 871? And they later realize, oh shit, Higa's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is when we get more revelations from Mr. Yanai. It doesn't stop here, folks. You thought there was more stuff on him? He's got more dirt on him than anybody else in this world.
Yep.
So he talks about how Kirito killed Admi. Now, when I was first watching this, I'm like, Admi? Okay, maybe he was in the original SAO and he had a girl character named Admi, and maybe he was in the original Laughing Coughing Guild. Nope, that's not it. When he asks him, Admi, he goes on to mention, oh yes, the pontifex of the frickin' church, essentially. Or in other words, aka administrator, aka Quinella.
There he goes. And he's back.
That's when I lost with all these damn revelations. That's when I lost with all these damn revelations. And wait, it's more. Or wait, there's more. So what happened is he would preserve the light cube, her light cube, if the server got reinitialized. Now, here's more fun facts about Quinella. She knew about the real world, so this explains how she knew about the real world and how Kirito was from it. So essentially, he heard her voice through the speakers when he was on a late night shift. And we later find out from him that she found the entire command list for the Underworld and stuff like that. So it explains she knows everything. These two were in contact with each other. And guess what we also find out? We find out he was the very possessive clown that wanted to touch her all together. And yeah. Denzel, your thoughts on this revelation?
I'm done. I'm legit done. I'm legit done. It's hard to believe that same guy who pretty much tentacle raped Asuna is that one clown. who was working under Quinella. Dude, my brain is about to explode right now.
My only question is this. You really could have made yourself look much more better than a freaking nasty looking clown. You could have made yourself look like a king. But okay, you want to look like a court jester. Listen, this whole thing is crazy. The fact that Quinella knew about this and she actually, like, I guess you could say, broke the system was intense, which goes to show how powerful she really was. So, yeah. And this also goes to make the point that he was kind of the one, Mr. Yana was the kind of one that was affecting change in the Underworld server.
Mm-hmm.
So the last few scenes of this episode is it cuts back to Asuna, and Asuna is just looking at all this bloodshed, not only for people of the Underworld, but just her own friends and comrades all together. To the point she just drops her sword and she's like, "This is it. I can't take it no more. Stop this." Essentially doing AKA a BB from One Piece in the Alabasta saga when she was trying to tell everybody, "Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it." To the point she almost gets killed, but thanks to Poe, he's like, "Stop." And
the way you.
so Poe comes down from this little post, wherever he was at, and he's like, "Listen, if you surrender your weapons and you just drop him and you surrender right now, we won't hurt you no more." Which I think is a bullshit lie. Because you can't trust a guy from Laughing Coffin. Yeah, what's happened? What's the last time we trusted a guy from Laughing Coffin? He stabbed you in the back. He almost killed Kirito and almost killed you, Asuna.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he goes on to say, that the revelations just didn't stop. They literally didn't. It was literally from beginning to end. We get revelations. So you know that one off-screen event, back in season 2, how they talked about what Kirito talked to Sinon about how he went into the Laughing Coffin hideout and he killed 2 players and it affected him really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we find out who officially was the, I guess you can say, leaker of that place. It was Poe himself.
And there he goes again. How you doing, guys? I feel his pain. Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Anyways, he did this. He was the one, like I said, he was the one that tipped the Knights of the Blood Oath where the Laughing Coffin hideout. He was chilling behind some pillar watching them do this. And he was going on, he's like, "I hate it so much how you guys are about justice and all this, honor and preservation on the front lines." He just wanted to he did this so he could see the Knights of the Blood Oath or any other people who were involved in that little battle be murderers, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Or PKers. And even Asuna's like, "What's wrong with you, bro? Like, do you understand that Kirito was like effed up because of that?" He was like, "Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know. Wow, that's very interesting. How about we talk to him right now?" So you get Ronin to literally wheelchair his ass out there and pass out Kirito's before Poe, as he say, "It's showtime," and the episode ends.
I'm still trembling. I'm still trembling up to this minute.
They're sorry for that way they ended it like that. You're just not gonna pull my boy Kirito out there. He about to do something, and you have Asuna. You're like, "You can't do this. Stop it." I won't be shocked if he kicks him down. And he's like, "This is payback for everything you did to me in SAO." So, one, Kirito needs to hurry up and wake the F up. Honestly, at this point, I don't even care that the opening shows Asuna versus this guy. I want Kirito to take down this guy right now.
I don't know. I legit want Asuna to take out this guy. I legit want Asuna to take out this guy for some reason.
I guess it makes sense. If he actually does try to hurt Kirito, then yes, she'll definitely take him down. So yeah, and then the last thing is, shockingly, we got a post-credit scene. We barely get those in SAO.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some pillar with the words SAO starts to flicker.
That's the thing that's from ordinal scale. So I don't know what that means at all.
So well, I have no clue of what that means. I have no idea. This season, this is heating up. This episode gave so many revelations. Again, like I just did the past 2 times, I walked out of my room because I could not believe this.
I don't think my brain will be able to process all this.
The callbacks they gave to the past 2 SAO seasons tie perfectly.
It's just insane.
It's insane. To find out Yanai was the little purple tentacle creature and he was the clown.
Mm-hmm.
To find out that Poe tipped off everybody who was involved in raiding the hideout of Laughing Coffin. You know, like I said, there's more revelations here that we get. But listen, this episode for once felt like a long ass episode.
Yep.
I don't know. Actually, it's been like 2 weeks in a row. SAO has been feeling like it's been pretty long. The first couple of weeks it came back, it was like quick like that. But now it's like, oh, and over. So, predictions. I could see Poe definitely kicking Kirito down.
Mm-hmm.
So, will we get a Kirito at the last second of the episode reviving? Definitely, government guy is gonna have to stop Yanai. Also, Higa did not get killed. He only got shot in the shoulder. So, yeah.
And in case you're confused about what he means by government guy, it's Kikuoka. He means Kikuoka. He just doesn't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah. Now, these things are heating up. Whew! Oh my God. They're really going the My Hero Academia route, but we are going to get a happy ending, are we? I hope so.
That's a big maybe.
Anyways, I think that's all we're going to talk about. Any other predictions, Denzel, you have?
Kirito probably won't revive the next episode, but close to the last episode.
Anyways, we're going to get out of here. And I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day waiting for One Piece tonight. Other than that, hopefully that can calm me down because I know One Piece is going to get a nice revelation there in that episode, as well as a new opening. Anyways, hopefully you guys check out that video. Maybe Denzel will be on it if he catches up today. Anyways, we'll catch you guys on the next video. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section what's your thoughts where this could be going. No manga spoilers or light novel spoilers, please and thank you. And hit that subscribe button if you want to get more SAO content. So till then, guys, we're going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys are having a great and safe rest of your day. So till then, we're going to get out of here.
Peace.